hearers and shit's going on, because, oh boy, once more, what a morning for Richard and I here for the Dragonborn Industries Painting Up the Monster Manual stream. I have no clue if we're live. I have no clue if you can hear me. I have no clue what's going on in chat. And Richard, may as well introduce yourself and I'll see if I can hear you.
Oh, hopefully. I am Richard from Warrior Prints 3D, your one-stop shop for all your 3D printing needs, be it little minis, bigger collectibles, tabletop scenery, big-ass dungeons, small statues, big statues, cosplay pieces, and anything in between. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Etsy, TikTok. I am now on, apparently. Here with Dragonborn Industries and over at Band of Badgers.
Nice. So, I've now got Twitch up on another window. So, right. Fluffy's in chat and says she can hear us, so that's all well and good.
Beautiful.
Morning Herbalist, great to see you in chat. So Richard and I have been struggling all morning because apparently Discord just didn't want to let us talk to each other, and it all went down. And now I'm going to waffle for a little bit and hope that as people slowly come into the show, we can be like, hey, how you doing? And we'll edit like an intro on, and we'll edit the overlays and whatnot for the thing afterwards. And I'm going to put some music on, and hopefully it doesn't just go all nuts and haywire, because it's been a weird 20 minutes that Richard and I have been trying to work out why we can't hear each other.
And we were prepared on early today as well.
I'm primed. I'm ready. I was primed 2 days ago with these.
Yeah, like what? I was primed. I've got all my colours out ready this morning. I knew what I was going to try and do.
And there it is. And it all went wrong with the tech, where it always was. Where was everyone? Only just managed to get on. Dibs, yeah, we've had some real tech issues this morning, and we can't use Discord because we can't hear each other. So we've had to jump in on StreamYard, which my setup is not ready to go with. So we're all blank around here. Like, all of this is here. We're going to have to hold minis up to cameras like this because I wasn't prepared for these tech gremlins. So, yeah, first thing I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to bang on some music in the background, which will come out and hopefully through my speakers here. And hopefully, you know, you'll hear that, and maybe Richard might hear it. If it starts causing feedback loops and stuff like that, we'll deal with that.
We'll address that then.
Yeah, so I'm going to hit play on the music, and hopefully that will start coming through. And I'm going to turn that up in here. It's a little bit quiet to begin with, but we'll go from there. But how is everybody doing? I hope you're all well out there, and welcome back to Dragonborn Industries. It's been one chaotic week, and I'm only just recovering from Monday night, which has been amazing. Thank you so much for all the feedback so far. Obviously, thank you to Richard for sponsoring that show, which is amazing. And there's going to be the permanent code to the stars that you can use on his website, or on the Etsy web store, that is. But if you can't find something on his Etsy store, give him a heads up on Instagram at Warrior Prints 3D. Obviously, we are Dragonborn Industries, and we are here to paint up the Monster Manual, episode 23, Richard, where we are working on the centaur. So, the centaur being is obviously a classic fantasy trope. It's one of those things that we see in many different things, from old Greek mythology right the way through to things like Harry Potter and modern day takes on things. And I imagine that, like, do you remember the movie that came out with Will Smith where there were like real life orcs and stuff? I think it was called like Bright or something like that.
Yes, yeah, that was quite good actually.
I really enjoyed that, and I imagine that, I can't remember if there were centaurs in that, but I imagine like modern day centaurs in that, and like being a lover of sci-fi and fantasy crossover with things like Starfinder. I always imagine them like to be able to like just be so versatile as a monster and stuff. So Fluffy says they can not hear the music, so I'm going to turn it up on my end, but it is quite quiet still at the moment because it is going to have to come through the mics. There's nothing else I can do about that because my StreamYard is not sending or coming in from OBS. So hopefully, we'll see. We're going to work on that for a little bit there. Richard, do you ever use centaurs in your home games?
I have not yet.
Yeah, I had them in, but I don't think the players have come across.
No, I have mine planned that I've got like a tribe-based sort of thing for them in my world. where they're in the lands far to the west and to the north. The north is where the group will be going, would be going next. So that will be possibly in later, but we shall see.
So what I'm going to try and do here is get my GM camera, go all the way across here, and maybe the epidemic sound will come in, and then you guys will be able to hear that. So let me know if the music starts coming in, and I'm going to put my camera from here, because there's nothing like having tech issues first thing in the morning.
Joyful times.
Look at us doing things just so we can get out to the people out there. Right, let's put that onto the top. Right, hopefully in a second, because the track has literally just ended, obviously.
It's always the way.
Go to there. Right, let me know if you can hear music.
Yes, I can.
Awesome, perfect. Right, which means that hopefully people out there should be able to hear music also. So I'm just going to bring up Twitch because I don't have my normal chat block. So with Fasty's choice of music, it's not a bad thing not to be able to hear it. Thanks, Dibs. Yeah, so I guess the waffle is almost over and we're ready to go into some painting. Oof. And we'll go from there. So I need to bring up a timer so we're ready. And today I've actually given Richard the chance to set up a character and we were ready to go. We were there. It was... Bucket Cat, your mic is struggling. Probably better without it. Okay. I'm going to bring it down on there for me. Down here. So let's try that. Let's see if anything works out better there. If I move my mic up slightly, Fluffy, do let me know, and then we'll get into today's episode. Oh, okay, so Fluffy's saying between voice and music, it can't clearly do both of you, and it sounds a bit glitchy. Oh, today is not going to work, is it? You can't laugh at yourselves.
It's just going to be a barrel of laughs.
We're going to turn the music off. I'll put an overtrack on it. I'll record it, and then I'll send it over via upload to Twitch. And you guys are going to have to use Theatre of the Mind for Dungeons and Dragons, which, I don't think that's ever been done before. So this is a first ever.
First ever.
On Dragonborn Industries, where we will fight through the tech issues. So, right. The centaur, a little bit of reading for you. So, the centaur is a reclusive wanderer and omen readers of the wild. Centaurs avoid conflict, but fight fiercely when pressed. They roam the vast wilderness, keeping far from borders, laws, and the company of other creatures. So we see them as these kind of like nomadic, almost I think it's theurgy when like you read the stars and astrology and stuff like that. So they kind of are this mystical being that believes in fate and the stars all aligning, the planets aligning, and they are very, very intelligent. Their stat block is incredible. I think that they did them an injustice on their intelligence, because I think they're a very intelligent creature. So things like strength being a +4, incredible. Dex being a +2, incredible. Con +2, incredible. Intelligence is a -1.
That seems a bit far-fetched, because that would basically make them stupid.
Yeah, exactly. And for me, I'm like,
what's their wisdom at? What's their wisdom at?
+1.
Is that it?
Yeah. And then their charisma is 0. I would have actually had that stat block the other way around. Because yes, okay, with the +4 on the strength, because they're half horse. You know, we see this like humanoid top half, we see the horse bottom half, and I think that is a really powerful. But when we see them in other things, we know them to be intelligent. So it's interesting that they are represented in 5e with this kind of like negative intelligence stat. But I wonder if that is because they are so aligned to following the stars that they have to stick to that. So they're like really smart in one area, but then they're like...
Their wisdom should then basically override that. So the wisdom should be higher if that was the aspect, and intelligence then should literally sit at 10, not at a minus.
So I think the centaur stat block is interesting because I actually don't agree with the rules as written on this one, and I would change that if I was.
I would personally as well.
Yeah, I would completely change that. And I know they're only a CR2 creature, which is quite low end when we look at the whole scale of D&D. Div, is their intelligence dictated by the horse half rather than the human half? Well, it seems like it, because actually, what is the horse's stats?
Do you know, I was just about to say, what a horse's stats?
Look how far I can look into that. Take his shoes, running up the miles. Warhorse. Intelligence is -4. So, actually, it is better than that one there. But their armor class is a 12, so for a CR2, that's relatively all right. And their hit points is 45, and they have a speed of 50 foot. So these things can really go. Obviously, being
45 hit points for a CR2.
Yeah, 45, and that's only as written. If you were to do it with dice rolls, that's 60, 10 plus 12, so that's a possible 72. So they are tanks. Yeah, exactly. And they have a few decent abilities in the sense that things like charge. If the centaur moves at least 30 feet straight forwards towards the target and hits with a pike attack on the same turn, the target takes an extra 3d6 piercing damage. So they are like skewerers with that extra speed in there. They get a multi-attack. Their pike is 1d10 plus 4 piercing damage with a +6 to hit. Their hooves are 2d6 plus 4 with a +6 to hit. And their longbow, they have a longbow which is a 600 foot range, is 1d8 plus 2 to hit +6. So I mean,
they're not multi-attack, are they?
Yes, they are. The centaur makes 2 attacks, one with its pike and one with its hooves, or 2 with its longbow. They can shoot twice in one action.
As a CR2.
Yeah. So when we look at what I call the Magic 3, which is something that we cover every single week, we look at armor class, we look at hit points, and then damage dealing. Obviously, armor class 12 is quite low, realistically, but it's not bad for a CR2. 45 hit points. When you start looking at the damage dealing, okay, that's the middle one, but the damage dealing, that is where the danger is. So
that could take out a player in one.
Yes, absolutely. Especially, like, we're luckily coming in with level 3 players on this one, and I've given Richard the chance to set up a level 3 character a little bit before this stream because I had an idea in my head for this encounter, and I'm going to call it an encounter, and then when we get into it, we'll go from there. But yeah, it's going to be interesting because they are tanky, so quite a good little NPC to have around if you end up in the Feywild or in a forest. But they're also technically, if you're going rules as written, neutral good. So they are, you know, they're going to do what they think is right by them. But Richard, I'm assuming that you do have a level 3 character ready to go.
I do. I have Clifford, the level 3 Shadakai wizard.
Shadowkai?
Shadakai.
What is that?
Have you not seen the Shadakai?
No, I have not.
Okay, so let me. I will read this out. This is a race I have discovered recently and fallen in love with. So, the Shadakai are the elves of the Shadowfell, originally drawn to that dread realm by the Raven Queen. Over the centuries, some of them have continued to serve her, while others have ventured into the material plane to forge their own destinies. Once Shadakai were Fey-like, the rest of their Once Shadakai were Fey-like, the rest of their elvenkin, now they exist in a state between life and death, thanks to being transformed by the Shadowfell's grim energy. Shadakai have ashen skin tones, and while they're in the Shadowfell, they also become wizened, reflecting the somber nature of that gloomy plane.
Wow. That's got to be a crit roll thing, right, with the Raven Queen?
I don't know.
That's very cool. Hey, Mr. Chat. Just so you're aware, we are having tech issues all over the place. There's no music today. There's no overlay. There's no anything. We've had to jump to StreamYards, but we're about to jump into painting up these Artisan Guild, I believe they were.
No, these are Daybreak miniatures.
Daybreak miniatures, because I saw a different picture that said Artisan Guild from something else that you sent me. And I'm painting up this one here with the 2 swords that Richard has printed. They're fucking awesome. I'm going to grab some water while you show off yours, and then we'll go from there.
Daybreak Miniatures are one of my favourite STL creators, shall we say. Their orcs and their dwarves are by far my favourite.
So what I really like about these is that they have that orc top half centaur kind of thing. And I think it's more bestial than the standard beautiful human thing that we see with like Driders and stuff like that. So I really like that, and that's kind of why I've given you a chance to create something with a character.
Their sculpts are brilliant, and their bases are always chunky, well-detailed bases.
Yeah, so we have obviously like the really big stone one there, the thing, but I might actually put it onto this rocky one with all of this skulls and bones on it, because I really like the detail on that. That is a sculpted thing on a 3D sculptor, and that looks like the terrain bases that I do with actual slate. It's fucking awesome. I love it.
Daybreak Miniatures are well worth the checkout. They've done all sorts.
Yeah.
Obviously, we would have links if we weren't so technically hindered today. But, yeah, check them out. You want characters, you want monsters, you want all sorts of bits and pieces. They're all modular as well, so the hands and stuff can be swapped over.
Yes.
And they make brilliant 75mm and also bigger collectibles as well. Yeah, they scale up beautifully.
Really, really cool. Right, bring up one thing so I've got the image there onto one side of me. Awesome. Cool, that's all I need. Is that right there? Perfect. Richard, are you ready?
I am ready.
Because I am not. So let's do this. So, you are a student of the magical school, Hogwarts. I figured we'd do this today. You are in one of your later years. You are well practiced in the magical arts, and you have exceeded at your OWLs, but now you move on to the final exams. But in doing so, you've got yourself into a little bit of trouble. You're practicing some magic, so you've done something, and you've ended up with detention. And your detention is being led by Mr. Filch, the caretaker. And he leads you out to the forest, the dark forest. Do you know what Professor Dippet would like you to do tonight?
What's that, Filch?
He would like
a litter pick.
No more dangerous than that, boy. He would like you to ride with the centaurs and take out a goblin horde that's been coming in.
Fine. I can do it on my own. I do not need the centaurs' help.
Oh, but there are more goblins there than you could hope. And Professor Dippet thinks that your particular school set is the right one for the job. And he leads you in, and you've been in the Dark Forest before, especially in the later years of Hogwarts. You were allowed to go in, especially with like the groundskeepers and stuff. But now you were to meet up with some of the centaurs, and there you can already tell there's like an unease in the forest, and there's the stillness that's normally there is. Yeah, you can hear snapping twigs, you can hear birds flying off. Every now and again you hear of clopping hooves, and it just seems like there's an unrest here. And you make your way further in, and then at one point, carrying this lantern, this hooded lantern with a cone of light, Filch, I'm going to leave you here now. You will wait. And he just doesn't even care, just like leaves you, doesn't leave you the lantern, and just takes it away and begins to move out. And you are deep in the forest now, and you are left to your own devices for a few minutes until you start to hear as four hooves are trotting through the forest. You begin to look around. Make me a perception check.
Click on that first. Make sure that's attuned. Perception.
Yep.
A 10.
A 10. Okay. So you don't see where it's coming from. You can hear it all around. And it sounds like multiple of them like doing a circle almost. And then one of them from behind you. Ah, you must be the help. And you turn. And yeah, there is this 12-foot tall half humanoid, half horse being in front of you, and they wear like straps of like leather that have been well made, but they are adorned with like blades and bows, and their hands are huge, and their face is really quite big and flat, and they like lean down this top humanoid muscular half towards you. My name is Friends. Who do I address?
I mean, call me Clifford.
Clifford, we have asked Professor Dippet for help tonight on this full moon. The goblin horde that has entered the forest has become tricksy. We can deal with them in so many ways, but we need the help of man magic.
Well, I'm not surprised.
They say that you are well adept in dueling. However, we don't just need to destroy any that we find. We must do it quickly and humiliate them as quick as possible to have the horde push back and leave this forest on this night. If we can achieve this in a certain amount of time, they will be demoralized and leave. Are you ready?
I draw my wand. I am ready.
Okay, how this is going to work, I'm going to set a timer. You have 1 hour, you must defeat 50 goblins. And it's just going to be one after the other one. Ferenz pulls you onto his back. He draws 2 swords from his side. Are you ready to ride?
Ready for this?
Roll initiative for me, please, bud. You've got 1 hour to paint a mini.
For fuck's sake, 2 initiative.
2 initiative, 12 initiative. All this is going to do, so I'm going to tell you how this is going to work. Every round, you are going to make an attack or you're going to do something. It's you just ride through a horde. Both of you are going to do it. It's going to be the centaur Ferenz first, and then it's going to be yourself. And in doing so, what's going to happen is you just have to beat an armor class of 13 with the attack roll, and then 7 hit points with the damage each time. I'm going to try and keep a tally, which I did have ready to go, but I no longer have ready to go because we're now on a different platform. And between you, you must at least kill 50 goblins before the night is out.
50?
50. So,
right, okay.
I'm going to get old pen and paper out to do this while we paint. So, Ferenz starts galloping off into the forest, you holding on to his back, and then you see them, this screaming horde of goblins just like ripping down trees, slaying unicorns. They are just going for the kill. Ferenz is like, now use your magic, and he begins to like put down into wargs and into slightly bigger bugbears, and he is going to make an attack first. So let's go with the centaur. Has moved at least 30 feet, so they're going to go in with the 2 swords instead of a pike because I'm changing it because of how the minis look. And let's do a singular attack with the pike. Ooh, it's a +6 to hit. With a 2, that is only a 9, which is going to be a miss. And then the multi-attack, one with its pike and one with its hooves. Its hooves lash out as it kind of like bucks to try and kick some of the goblins. That's a 9 on the dice plus a 6. That's going to hit. The hooves do 2d6 plus 4. So remember, I need to beat a 7 here. With 10 points of damage without even having the +4, it just kicks a goblin from behind who is ready to like use its dog slicer into the back of his legs, and its face just collapses in on itself. Now is the time. It is your go, and I'm going to try and get some paint out.
Okay.
1 down out of the 50.
Okay, can I get angled in while I'm riding on his back? I want to try and angle in a way. Can I get multiple hits with her burning hands?
Oh, for sure. There are goblins everywhere.
So, the wand I chose is an actual wand in D&D Beyond. And I've gone for the wand of the battle mage. So basically, this acts as my my casting focus. And the effect it has is it improves my hit. So it gives me a plus to hit.
How much is the plus on that one?
3 on this one.
Yeah. That's awesome. For anybody just joining in chat, welcome. We are doing Painting Up the Monster Manual. We've had so many tech issues today. There's no music playing, we have no overlay, and we are still trying to plug through. We are using centaurs as today's monster of choice, and we are painting up the Daybreak Miniatures ones, where Richard has printed these out, which you can see on his Etsy store or on his Instagram. And we have 1 hour to roll initiative.
1 hour to paint them, and I am using the Army Painter speed paints from Army Painter.
I'm using the Army Painter war paint from the Army Painter, and I decided to set this one in the Hogwarts. So we are in the Dark Forest. He is riding a centaur, his young wizard man, and yeah, we are going to kick some goblin butt. So yeah, it is your go. You have the wand of the battle mage, and you want to do some burning hands, yeah?
Yep.
Let me know what I need to do.
2 seconds. I've just realised this one's got gloves, so don't paint the hands a fleshy colour.
So I'm starting with an all-over brown, which I am using Dryad brown, and I'm dry brushing the entire thing. That way I get the horse in brown, the skin tone in brown, and then I'll bring the skin tones up from there.
So I am using, on the speed paint range, I am using from Army Painter. I'm using Warrior Skin and Crusader Skin, which are nice dark brown fleshes, and the Crusader Skin, the lighter one, I've popped on the chest, and I'll do around the lower mouth and other bits and pieces. I'm trying to use the picture from D&D Beyond as a reference, and using the darker one, which is the Warrior Skin, for the rest of the torso. I'm going to go with a more reddy brown for the horse's flesh, which is a burnished red, and see what effect that gets on the horse flesh for me. Nice,
I like it a lot. But with your
burning hands is a dex saving throw.
Okay, they're all going to fail, so just roll at damage, because we are just like, you are against the clock, 50 goblins, you have to beat them, let's go.
To however many I can get in a 15-foot cone.
That I will roll. So in a 15-foot cone, there would be how many spaces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 goblins. I don't need to roll that. It's space.
6 goblins down.
Okay, cool. Yep. So we are 7 goblins in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And Ferenza's like, good. Destroy them all. Humiliate them. The goblins are going to take their turn. They can only get so many around you. So around the space of the centaur, which is a large creature, which is a 10-foot base space, there would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 goblins are all going to make an attack. I'm going to roll this once at advantage. And this will be for average damage. Okay, that is an 8 plus 6, plus 3, I think, for a goblin. I'm going to have to bring up the stat block, which is what I wanted. With the standard stat block is a plus 2 to hit. So that's a 10. Does a 10 hit?
It does not hit me.
Awesome. It does not hit the centaur either with an armor class of 12. Chunky wizard, that's good. As they all just kind of like come in with their dog slices, like you burnt like several of them away. Another load just like come in straight after, just like fill those gaps that you created. And Brenta's like, good. And then you are just like using your wand and just like sending fire out all over the place. But at the top of the round, Ferenz is just gonna they're gonna attack twice with their hooves, because there's loads of goblins around at the moment in an attempt to kind of clear the space. So this is gonna have a plus 6 to hit. 6 plus 6 is a 12. That's definitely gonna hit, and a natural 20. So we'll say 3 more goblins. Gee, let me just roll the damage. 1 is definitely dead. Yep. 3 more goblins. Pew pew pew. That is 10 down. It's your turn.
Right, I am going to do the same again. Another first level spell, Burning Hands.
Yeah, from the other side of the horse. Roll it up.
Okay. If they do a dex saving throw?
No, they're going to fail automatically, because there are so many in this horde just coming in, and they don't care. They are just like being, like an army of zombies just like running in at you two.
Okay, 12 damage.
12 damage. Boom.
However many are in a 15-foot cube.
That'd be another 6. So, With this, there is like a big opening, and Ferenz just starts galloping forwards. You see up ahead a bugbear. And this one is like ordering goblins, and it's like calling out, it's like, blah, 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 and you can see them pointing to like other centaurs and other people, well, other beings all around as they like start honing in on what they think are leaders. And yeah, they're going to start heading towards them with a charge attack. So, oh, that is a 12 against a bugbear.
I don't think that'll hit.
No, that misses. They like try and lunge in, and they use their one of their swords, but the bugbear sees it and parries it to one side. It is your go as it just looks at you, this human on the back of the centaur, and it's like, what did I gonna say? And start pointing.
So the bugbear's a bigger bugger, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to cast a level spell at the bugbear. And as I sort of whip round, I flourish my wand around my hand and have 3 flaming spheres around my wand as I flick them each out at it.
Yeah.
25 to hit.
Oh yeah.
28 to hit.
Yeah.
And 26 to hit.
Yeah.
So it goes
the spell. I mean, roll the damage. It's clearly going to fucking destroy this thing.
It takes 22 points of damage.
Oh, does it? Does that beat a bugbear?
I don't think it does.
I don't think it does either. I think they've got like 40 hit points. I hate that I lost all of the tech before we went. I have to Google everything now! Right, so bugbear stat block. Let's have a quick look. Where is the HP? Why no show? Oh, they've got 63 hit points. So Brendan's like, good. But this bugbear turns to you with this massive mace. It calls out to the rest of the goblin horde. It's going to try and bring it down onto you and Ferenz with its first strike. Do they get multi-attack? Yes, they do. So the first one's going to go for you. Oh, that is a 10 plus 5 to hit.
Okay, bear with me 2 seconds. Right, I'll use my reaction to cast shield.
Yes!
Protego!
He did it! Protego! It looks pissed as it bounces back off the shield. It swings back around at Ferenz's legs. Misses as Ferenz rears back and then comes down with these massive hoofs on top of it. Oh, 10 plus 6. Is that going to hit? It misses as the goblinoid steps back. Second one, misses again as he tries to rear around and kick it. It is your go.
Okay, I'm gonna have to do it again. I need to get rid of this big thing. Okay, so 3 bolts at it again. First one, natural 20.
Roll it up. Actually, do all 3 and then we'll go from there.
26 and 29.
Yeah.
Okay, so the natural is 12, 15, 17, 17, 22, 26, 36 points of damage.
36 points of damage plus the 28 that you did. 56, 64, is that?
Oh, I'll go with you.
I'll go with you. It's maths, it's not D&D. 64 points of damage. Oh. I think
it's a Klingon pattern.
It is 1 hit point left as it looks at you in this dying moment. You have burnt it. You've done horrible things to it. It's like, it just roars. And it just is going to swing in with that Morning Star one more time towards you.
Bring it, bitch.
It's cocked. Oh, it's only a 4 plus its 5 to hit. I don't think it's going to hit you for a 9.
No, I've got an 11 armor class.
Ferenz, with his 2 swords, comes like swinging in. 19 on the first one. I don't even need to roll damage because it's going to be a hit. And that is going to class as 3 goblinoids for your attacks. Then there is going to be the second attack on the smaller goblin. It's going to hit. Let's roll some damage. Yeah, smashes another one out. You've got 20 goblins in. French is like, no! As like more go to fill in where this bugbear was, and you have a chance to just wipe out loads of them. Your go.
Okay. Unfortunately, it's a rinse and repeat. I'm going to go for Burning Hands again.
Yeah, go for it. You can get a 15-foot cone. They're all going to fail. Just roll some damage.
Okay, that's both my second level's gone. My third first level is 15. Near pure off max damage.
15 is definitely going to wipe out another 6 of them. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You were on 26. We're over halfway there! Then begins to run forwards again. The next group you see, there is a larger goblin, not quite a bugbear, but one with it's like clicks its hands, and you watch as this like snake-like vines arrive from the ground, and they grab hold of one of the other centaurs, and it pulls it to the ground, and loads of the other little goblins are like, yeah, and just start stabbing it frantically with like these like tiny little dog slicer knives and just kill it dead. And then they look at you and it snaps its fingers as a hold monster is going to be cast.
Okay.
Oh, I don't need to roll. You need to make a save.
Yeah, so what save do I need to make?
I believe that is a wisdom save, and I'll be doing that for both yourself and for the centaur, because this is a bit of a loose combat because the tech issues fucked me over this morning.
That's a dirty 20 from me.
It's a 15 from the centaur, and I would say that probably passes goblin magic, because goblin magic isn't going to be all that good. I know that Hold Monster is a larger level spell, but we're sort of like flavouring things here today.
Having a bit of a giggle today.
Yeah, why not? It doesn't need to be too serious. And I'm starting to get some Cadian Flesh Tone, which isn't from the Army Painter, the Army Painter range, because it's slightly darker than some of the other ones that I've got. And it was the first one I had. Just to get some of those basic flesh areas on this amazing miniature from Daybreak. And with that sense, it's like, the magic user, you must take them out. I will deal with the horde. And yeah, he goes to kick twice on the goblins around. Oh, popped twice. There we go. 15 plus 6. 15 plus 6. 2 15s in a row. That is going to be 2 bits of damage. Yep. And ooh, yep, just. So that's 2 more of the horde down. It is your go, Bo. You see this like spell-casting goblin riding a warg.
Okay. He's riding a warg. I'm going for them both, and I will have to do Burning Hands on them.
So
obviously we'll say they can roll for it.
Well, they are further away than 15 foot.
Okay, then I will target. And
then I'll do a paint update for everybody, because I don't think I'm going to make this within an hour. I am too distracted playing Harry Potter.
Okay, I'm going to cast Witch Bolt at it.
Yeah!
Evil crackling blue energy lances out towards a creature within range, forming a sustained arc of lightning between us. When target, make a ranged spell attack against that creature on a hit. Target takes 1d12 lightning damage. And on each of your turns for the duration, you can use your action to deal 1d12 lightning damage to the target automatically.
Nice.
Okay, so that is a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit a Goblin Mage. I don't think they've got shields, so yeah, go for it. Roll some damage.
10 damage.
Yep. You watch it just and just falls off the warg. The warg just out of control. Straight away just picks up another goblin, just starts ripping them apart as this like magic energy starts to like channel through them, and then just like runs off into the forest, not being controlled. And I will say that takes out 2 more goblinos. However, Ferenz is like struggling now as he like has like goblins are starting to pour up him and using like knives to climb up, and he's starting to look real rough. And then they start making their way up towards you. They are going to make one standard attack against you both. Yep, that is definitely going to hit. It's going to be a d6 worth of damage for each one in that area. Low damage, that's only a 1, so it's 1 plus the goblins, which is 2. So it's 3 points of damage times 1, 2, 3, 4, times 6. So it's 12 points of damage. I'm going to split that between you both. So it's going to be 6 points to Ferenz, and that's going to be 6 points to yourself.
Ouch, okay.
But
I'll take that off in a second.
Ferenz is going to attempt to shake them off, but he can't actually attack them because they're all trying to climb up him. So he will make a dexterity or athletics check. Let's do an athletics check to try and like manhandle them off. They get a +6 on their skills to this. That's cocked. 11 plus 6, that is going to be, I'll say it's a DC of 15. Yeah, that's going to absolutely pass. So they start to like fly off, and you have like a moment where you can make the choice to tell friends to run or stay and fight against a few more that are like screaming in here.
Fight.
Okay. And yeah, with that, you have a choice as the goblins come rushing in. What would you like to do?
I'm going to use my last Burning Hands.
Burning Hands, go for it.
That is my last level 1. I'm down to cantrips after this. Make it a good one. Yeah, 11 damage.
11 damage. It's definitely going to do it as another 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 36 so far. With this, like the goblins fall dead in this area, and Ferenz begins to like run over to where this other one was killed, but is completely gone. It's like, oh, we must avenge these, and then looks around. Can you give me a perception check, please?
Perception. Natural 1. 4.
Natural 1, yeah. Okay, I'll give 1 for the centaur. Also a natural 1.
Hey!
Okay, can you roll me just 2d10 for me, please? So, yeah. Roll me 2d10.
Right. Okay. No, not D100, 2d10. Right, roll. 16.
16! All of a sudden, an ambush team of goblins, 16 of them, are going to jump up from, like, camouflage in the ground and these tiny little holes. And they just start trying to hack into you guys. They are going to make a attack. Ooh, that's not good. Could you roll me 16d6, please?
That's 50 damage.
50 damage. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have that smash onto Ferenz as they jump up and see the first biggest thing they can. They just start stabbing into him. He's like, ugh. He goes down to like his front hoofs. His like swords drop to the ground. He's like, Clifford, you must carry on. And he begins to go limp on the ground as he like rolls to his side, and you fall off. You manage to get back to your feet, but he is looking like he is, on death saving throws.
Okay. Right, the trees around me. Goblins aren't exceptional tree climbers, are they?
They are. Well, you don't know.
I've studied goblins.
Give me a. Ooh. Give me an intelligence check.
Intelligence check. Why am I struggling? There we go. 24.
24. Okay, so yeah, you would think that they're probably not the best climbers, and if they are, they're going to be pretty unsafe for themselves up there.
Okay, looking for the tallest tree with the best sort of spot I think I can get to. I am going to, all of a sudden, I will start running at the goblins. But as I'm running, I'm suddenly encased in feathers and I disappear. As a bonus action, teleport 30 feet away. It's blessing of the Raven Queen, and all I hear is a crow call, a raven call, sorry.
Nice, I like it a lot. So, they're like chasing you, like as they begin to like run towards you. You start like turning around and you like disapparate and then turn up in a tree somewhere else. And with that, they are going to make.
I will then use my action to cast Chill Touch at one.
Oh yeah, go for it.
For a 23 to hit.
23 is definitely going to hit.
And a point of damage.
1 point of damage. This one of them like and starts like holding its head as it gets like a little bit of a cold migraine. And then with that one there, we are going to make a death save. Roll for ends. You could be changing Harry Potter canon here, mate. It's an 18. He's okay from now, but it's your go.
I was going to say, you've already done that, so that's fine.
But it's your go.
I've only got cantrips left. I also have, on just this turn, resistance to all damage.
So just the steady resistance to all damage, yeah?
Yeah, that's only on this turn. That's part of Blessing the Raven Queen.
Awesome.
Okay. Chill Touch again.
Yep, go for it. Same gobbo?
Yeah, well, I need to kill him. 23 to hit.
Yep, definitely going to hit.
3 damage.
He's still standing. This hard bastard goblin is just like, ah! As you see like frost starting to form on the beads of sweat that are coming out of his head. And yeah, it is going to be their go. They're going to make an athletics check at disadvantage for a couple of them to start trying to climb the tree. 7 plus a goblin's athletics, which is going to be really shit. No. They're like clawing as they're trying to like climb the tree, this like crowing call coming from them. So but they do have some bows, so let's get another 4 and get them to shoot some bowage at you. Oh, they don't on the stat block actually, so no, fuck it off. Let's say they're not going to do that. Let's hook some rocks. No. With the meekest throw of a rock, they just can't quite get it towards you. But the horde now is swarming the base of the tree. You see like loads of the centaurs are starting to really struggle now, and they're like, magic! We need magic!
I'm out!
It's your go. Oh no, I need to make a save for friends. And it's a fail.
Oh, damn it, Forenzi. Where's your natural 20?
Right. As for painting, this is where I'm at so far. So we've got a load of the browns on there, and then we've got some skin tones coming into that muscular deckage underneath the armour where it's showing. How about you, Richard? How are you getting on?
So I've got to go over the lighter skin tone with a couple of dry brushes. Screen back. Got the different, the change between the blended flesh there, and I'm just, while that's drying, I've started on the horse flesh.
Oh, lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. What I really like is they've even got like knuckle claws and stuff like that on these minis. They are very, very orc.
I tell you what, you should see their orcs. They're beautiful.
I bet they are. I bet that's something that Dragon School would really like. And actually herbalists. I imagine they are a big fan of orcs as well. So, but it is your go. What would you like to do?
All I can do is cantrip. And I will... Okay, 22 to hit.
Yep, definitely going to hit.
That's better. 7 points of damage.
Hey, this one finally goes down. But then you see it. They're just pouring in from all different directions. They are giving the centaurs more of a battle than anybody was expecting, and yeah, they are just wreaking havoc all over the place. They still can't climb the tree to get to you, and they still can't throw enough rocks at you, but they think they're keeping you at bay enough that they can press forwards towards the edge of the forest and towards the castle.
Okay, so timeline wise, Professor Dippet, as I am a Slytherin, And secretly, I am a certain person's lieutenant. I try and call out in parcel tongue that I have been taught the words for help to any around that might understand it.
Okay. Give me an animal handling check with advantage.
Advantage. Oh, I need that advantage. For the other end, natural 20.
Boom. Okay.
I've got a natural 1 and a natural 20.
So, how's it sound? Because obviously if you've been taught parcel tongue.
No, it's sort of a...
It's like this. And nothing happens for the moment. But you hear a weird response. Something that's like, it begins as a hiss, and then you make it out to be like a new voice who calls that is not the Lord. And you just hear that for now. Yeah. Anything else that you can do on your turn?
If I can get away with an action, I'll do an action, but obviously if you want to consider that my action, that's fine.
No, I'd say that you can.
And I will take a hit. 25. And 3 damage.
3 damage on the new goblin. Okay. Top of the round. Brent is going again. It's not great. You see it's like there's like a sputter from like the humanoid chest, and it looks like blood splatters across the floor. He's still breathing, but it's not looking good. It is your go.
There's a pain being stuck here. This is all I think I can do. So I will use my bonus action to try again to call for help.
Yeah.
And try and identify myself. And then cantrip away.
Okay, yeah, you call out. You don't get a response. That's all I will say for that at the moment.
Okay, and then roll to hit. 23 to hit.
Yep, definitely going to hit. Roll some damage.
6 damage.
6 damage is going to take that one over the threshold. There we go, we're on 37.
The only benefit I've got at the moment is I've got a plus 10 to hit.
I'm going to bring another stuff up. As I'm going to give the goblins a little go. Try and get up the tree again to you. As they're still like... Oh, 15. They start climbing.
Okay.
2 of them stop making their way up. Just all over the place. I'll stop rolling on weird angles. 1 of them gets an 18 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit me.
1 point of damage.
Hey.
As they like cut into your toes.
Ah, my foot.
And then you hear it. Just the ground erupts as a giant snake bursts from the ground. I'm going with a homebrew one. This is called a Titan Boa.
Hey!
Good old Google searches, because tech issues. Right. God, it gets a multi-attack. It goes to constrict one of the goblins, and goblin makes a check. Fails. So it's like it wraps itself around one as it's coming out of the ground. As it lands, goes to bite it. Hits it and just basically tears this goblin in half. It's like, where is the Lord? You hear in parcel tongue. And yeah, top of the round, the goblin that's come up the tree. Oh, does a 14 hit you?
Yep.
Okay. 6. Ooh, that's 6 points of damage.
Right, okay.
How you doing?
I'm still there.
Okay.
Right.
It's your go.
I grab him by the face and shocking grasp.
Yeah, do it.
26 to hit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And 8 damage.
As it falls from the tree and just lands on the ground. The rest of the goblins now kind of like running from this giant snake. As the snakes start snapping out at them. I will give them a... Ooh, well, yeah, let's try and attack the snake. Okay. Yep, they definitely hit. There is that many of them. Okay, they are going to do... Christ, it's got a lot of hit points. I think you might be all right now. Okay, yeah, the snake is going to just lash out as it like rears back and at some of the gobos. The first one's a hit. The second one is a miss. The first one's going to do... I was thinking 6 plus 4 on the bite, though. Yeah, another one is just like, its head is punctured by this giant snake, and it just... And then lets go as another one falls to the ground. I need to knock down your other one, and that one there. That is then going to be... You were on 40, and you've got 25 minutes left to go. It is your go.
Okay. I am... Right, still touched again. 18 to hit. And 5 damage.
5 damage, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one you see like ice begin to form over it, but it doesn't quite kill it, but it slows it down, which is enough for them to possibly be dinner for a large snake. However, as they see you land on the ground, they are unsure as to whether or not to fight you, the snake, or run.
I'm staying in the tree.
Oh, you're staying in the tree?
Yeah.
Sorry,
no, yeah. I'm best at range, cantrips and stuff. I'm not getting down.
No, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, they are calling for help. They are like screaming as this huge... Oh, I need to make the final save for friends. Didn't do that in the last time, did I? You watch as he doesn't get up, but he seems okay. Maybe see him like patching like some of the wounds on his chest with like a bit of leaf and a bit of mud. But yeah, he is stable but not conscious. The snake just tail lashing around. The goblins are all trying to fight it. They all miss the snake. The snake comes in with a whopping bite on the first one, just flings it up into the trees, and it impales on like a broken branch, and like it's like what? And it's just skewered. The second one, it whips with its tail and smashes it into a tree. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I can do any less than 7 damage. So, just if it hits, it's going to kill them. So that's going to be another 2 more goblins in the dark forest down. It is your go.
Rinse and repeat.
Rinse and repeat.
Ooh, there's a 13 here.
Oh, I think that's just on the money, you know. Yes, just 13 on the hospital.
Oh, max damage, though. 8 damage.
8 damage. Boom! Another one down. There's this chill touch again, yeah?
Yeah.
It freezes it in place as the snake's tail like lashes around and just shatters it into a million pieces. And then with that, the goblins are going to, as they call for aid, another bugbear steps into the fight. They point.
Have we got chat up and running today?
We do indeed. To be honest, I was so focused. Dibs, does that mean the army painter today? Hashtag the army painter today. Yes, it does. We're in paint check. We've already done that last time. But I'll show you where we're at. I'm still just on skin tones. I am no way going to get this tabletop ready in 1 hour because I think more to do with tech issues and me like just like having to wing a lot of this now. And was it Daybreak Minis? Yes, it absolutely was Daybreak Minis that we had for the miniatures, which is completely awesome. They've been really, really fun so far to paint. And actually, I'm kind of glad I'm not going to get this done, because I'm going to do this some justice, I think.
Well, that's why I thought I'd send you on both, so...
Yeah, I really love their leather work and all the stitches. It's really, really pretty. So I'm going to, yeah, definitely do this one some justice. I'll take some pictures of it at the 1 hour mark, but that is all it's going to be. However, with 20 minutes left to go, the snake and the bugbear are kind of like lashing around. The bugbear is looking at you in the tree. It's looking at the snake. It instructs, roll me a any dice. Let me know if it's odds or evens. I will say that odds, he is going to go for you. Evens, he is going to go for the snake.
Okay, I'm rolling a d20 and it's 16.
16. He's going to go for the snake, so he orders the goblins to try and climb the tree, to which end he will make an attack against the snake, which hits, and the goblins will try and climb the tree with an athletics check, or they begin to climb. And like with the forcefulness of this bugbear, they are scared of so many things, but they don't have to fight the snake, so they climb with all they have to then go make an attack at you. Only one of them can make the attack. 17 on the dice plus 2 for a 19.
Oh, yeah, that hits me. I have an 11 armor class.
Okay. It's 5 points of damage.
I'm still up.
Okay. Dragon Skull, welcome to the show. What you've missed is a shitload of tech issues. We started late. We've got no overlays. We're having to use StreamYard. We've got no music. And we're in the Dark Forest fighting goblins. Centaur for Renz is down but stable. Richard has 20 minutes to kill another 6 goblins. But they are now up the tree next to you as the snake lashes out at the bugbear. It tries to constrict it. Have a look. Oh, okay, no, so they need to make a dex save. They fail, they are constricted. The snake then goes in for the bite. 19 plus 7 to hit. So that's going to be 2d6 plus 4. I'd have thought for a homebrew this thing would have had some poison damage on it, but it doesn't. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Add some.
9, 10, 11. 12 points of piercing damage to the bugbear as it's starting to be constricted. He's like, he's like spittle flying from his mouth. But it's your go. There is this goblin at your feet trying to hack you with a dog slicer.
Right. I'm going to... Yes, 24 to hit for shocking grasp.
Yeah, absolutely.
And literally 7 points of damage cooking his eyeballs.
Smoke pouring out of his face. And he begins to fall out of the tree. Another one. Aboosh is dead. 5 to go, Richard. As this bugbear is screaming. It's going to try and make a strength check to get out. Can't get out, but it can make a attack at disadvantage. Hits. It's not going to do much damage. No, not enough to that snake with like 140 fucking hit points. Then snake, while it's still constricting, the bugbear is going to make an attack. Hits. So it's 10 points of damage. Oh, okay. So now it's starting to look a bit bloodied, but it's still okay. The goblins, seeing the bugbear kind of wrapped up and being eaten, the last one that's in the tree will climb up a little bit further and try and attack you. The rest are going to start trying to run. That is a 5 plus 2 for a 6. And then lets go and tries to safely get down. If you want to make an attack of opportunity, you absolutely can.
Yeah, I'm going to fry this bastard.
Have you got Warcaster, have you?
Oh, no, sorry, no, I can't. I will hit it. No, I'll only have my wand out, so I'm not going to try and punch it or anything like that, or I wouldn't be able to draw a dagger, so...
You can kick it. You can make an unarmed strike.
No, I wouldn't want to risk my footing.
Okay, so it begins to drop down, and it uses its knife to slide down the tree, and they all start beginning to run off in other directions. The snake... Oh no, sorry, the bugbear, Yep, can't get out of the grasp. Tries to make an attack at disadvantage. Hits, probably not going to do much damage. Oh, another 10 though. It's not bad. Snake! Hits again. 12. It's now starting to look really hurt. There are like teeth marks in its face and like on its chest, and it's bleeding this like almost black ichor blood. And you just hear dinner as it's like slashing into this snake. It is your go.
Okay, I'm going to try and take out. If there's no more in the tree, it's the closest goblin,
which would now be the bugbear.
Well, I'll go for one of the other little ones. I'll let the snake kill the bugbear.
Well, they're all trying to run off, so give me a perception check as they all rush off into the bush.
Either way, I've got 7 damage on whatever I'm going to hit, so perception check is only an 8.
Hard to make out any of those, so yeah, the bugbear would be the closest one.
Okay, so he takes 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. It's real bad right now. Okay, so with that, he's going to make one more grapple attempt to get, athletics check to get out. Oh, that could do it. Athletics is. Oh, it's not one of their standard skills. It's a +3. You watch as he like pulls this snake's like writhing body out from around him, and then slips free to make his attack. Misses, and then begins to run from the snake. The snake is going to take an attack of opportunity. Yes. +7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Misses the armor class as it like strikes, but it like hits the ground as the bugbear manages to start running away. The snake will try and slither after them. Actually, no, because you've spoken to it. It would look at you as like, what should I do? Impulsive. Feed. Okay, it goes after them. They only have a 30-foot move action, and the snake has 50 foot. Yeah, easily catches up and is going to go for the double strike. First one's a miss. Second one might also be a miss. 8 + 7. 15?
Yeah.
Misses. Both strikes, the bugbear starts to run. And with that, the snake begins like chasing off after this group of goblins in this thing. And you're left in a clearing for a little while. You can still hear the sounds of battle around, but it seems to have shifted towards more of the centaurs, and you're unsure as to where everything is at the moment. But you have a moment to catch your breath and to work out what you're doing next.
If I can't see any gobbos and they're on the run, I will descend the tree and use my spend my action to climb down the tree.
It's not going to be your action. It can just be part of your movement to try and descend.
Well, okay, then it's a case of seeing if there's anything to hit or if Bren still needs helping up.
So you can give me a medicine check on Ferenz. I'm trying to find some more browns now. I'm going to try and find a tan colour to use. Or I might mix some army things. A little bit of leather brown and a little bit of... oh, no, I know what I'm going to use.
Natural 20 for a 21.
Okay. You manage to restore a hit point back to Ferenz, and he's like, thank you. We must finish this. There will be a lead goblin somewhere. We must find them. Expect them to have magic or be bigger, or I'm not sure what to expect, but we must humiliate this one. They will make a perception check. Okay, do you want to make a perception check as well, or a survival check? Hey, Geeky, how you doing? Welcome to chat. You missed a megaton of tech issues with not being able to start the stream properly. We've got no music. We've got no overlays. We've had to jump to StreamYard. And we're in the dark forest of Hogwarts Castle fighting goblins with the centaur, because this encounter is all about working with the centaur rather than fighting against them, because I think they make great NPCs. So that's what we're doing. We're playing a little bit of Harry Potter. Yeah, Richard.
22.
22. Yeah, I would say that you guys realise and work out that There is definitely this call coming from somewhere a bit further across into the forest, and with that, you begin to make your way deeper in, and then you hear little packs of goblins and bugbears and spiders and wargs all being sent up in different directions, and you just hear this like calling of as this one of them that you find in the center of this clearing is like, as one's come back in with offerings for it of like dead centaur hooves or arrows and bows and pikes and spears and all the things that they've had during this battle that they found. It's commanding them to go back out again, and in doing so you can see that it remains on its own, but currently there are 5 goblins and it's just a standard goblin, but it just looks tough. It's like missing an eye, it's heavily scarred, it's wearing plate armor, and is like, it's been like, it looks like it was human plate armor, but it has clearly been like bodge jobbed to go down to goblin size. But yeah, you guys stand on the periphery of this clearing of like tree roots, these giant thick snake-like tree roots, and yeah, I'm just making some perception checks. Okay, what would you like to do?
Can I see the snake anywhere?
No, because you told it to feed and it chased off after the bugbear.
I thought the bugbear had come this way.
No, the bugbear went a different way. I probably should have explained that one a bit more. It's gone off into the fight against the bugbear and tried to go find and feed. But then you guys have like tried to work out where this like main goblinoid or main attacker or assailant is going to be, the leader, and you've gone off deeper into the forest.
I would have called out to it as I came towards it.
Okay,
as I came towards this place, basically call it here.
Cool, give me a perception check. Not perception check, a persuasion check or animal handling with advantage because you are speaking castle tongue. Good evening, Kiddaroo. Welcome to the chat. We are currently painting up these Daybreak miniature centaurs while also playing some Harry Potter in the Dark Forest with some 5e, and we're just ad-libbing a little fun centaur wizard versus goblins.
19,
yeah. Okay, you think that it's going to arrive in the next couple of rounds, and I will roll a d4 for that. Okay? Yeah, you guys are free to engage if you so wish. The friends is like, if we can humiliate that one there, we will do enough to pull them all back out of here.
You have fun with that.
Do you send him in?
I sort of urge him to charge.
Okay.
I stand back and cast magic.
Okay, he just pulls out a sword and just starts charging in. There are 6 goblinoids in the way, but he's going to try and run through them, make an attack on the head honcho.
While he's riding through, can I do an attack on one of the goblins?
Yeah, are you riding on his back, are you?
No, I will stay back and basically full-blown Slytherin. I want him to take off, take up all the attention of everyone, but I will give him an advantage maybe as I sort of strike out at one as he runs in.
Okay, yeah, go for it. We'll call this a surprise round.
Right, 27 to hit and 5 damage on one of the gobos.
Okay, so as he charges in, there is this like call of surprise that they didn't see you there or know that you were coming, and in doing so, you do give Ferenz advantage, which he needed because he rolled a nat 1. Well caught. Then the second roll was a 17 with their plus. He looks across to your plus 6, so that is definitely going to hit the first one with the first sword strike, which is going to be my D10. I won't use that one in a little while. 16 points of damage. The first one is down. He begins charging through for the second one. Makes an attack roll. 12 plus 6. That's going to hit. 4 points of damage plus 4. 8. Another goblin down. There are 3 goblins left. 2 standard and this like larger one. We'd say that was your surprise round as you run into this last bit of combat. So now Ferenz gets to run forward again, trying to take out another one of the goblins. 9+ is going to hit. Swords. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points of damage.
How are we doing time-wise?
You've got 7 minutes. The second one is a miss. There is one standard goblin and then another one left. You have your round before they get to act.
Okay. Aiming for a gobbo.
The standard one, yeah?
Yeah, standard one. 8 points of damage.
Okay, takes it out. There is one left to make the 50, but it's their go, and they are a mage caster. Mage caster? A mage, they're a spell caster. And I'm going to use your spells. But I have. What was your top level spell?
Fuck, a Scorching Ray.
Scorching Ray. Okay, you can't be seen at this point. You're off in the distance, but he looks at Ferenz. And is it a dex save or is it a?
It's a roll to hit.
Roll to hit. Okay.
And you've got 3, so you've got a roll to hit on each one.
Why didn't you roll it?
You bastard.
You roll it.
Okay, I will roll 3 d20s. Right, 14, 14, and 17.
14, 14, and 17. And what's your to hit?
My to hit is plus 10.
I mean, why don't we say that hits then?
So I think all 3 hit, if that's the case.
Ferenz had 1 hit point.
Ferenz gets
However,
incinerated.
It's not a melee attack, so it's not double. It's not too.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that goblin in melee range of Ferenz?
No. He hasn't quite got to it yet. He was getting to the last one, which you just killed, and then it's like up on this tiny little plinth with like weapons all around it that they've been bringing in from the horde. Ferenz goes down and just like, as he's still charging, just like tumbles and rolls across like the weapons. He's cut up, he's burned. And the goblinoid. What other spells you got there, bud?
Magic Missile, Burning Hands, Witch Bolt, Pasha's Mind Whip.
Can't quite see you yet, but it's peering around like it's on edge, like it's on guard. What would you like to do? It's holding. You can see it casting, and it's holding something.
I'm going to wait then.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to wait and stay hidden.
Okay. You hold back, and the magic dissipates from their hand. They begin to step down from this little plinth and through the weapons. They take like another dog slicer, and they just basically into Ferenz. He is no more. We have changed the timeline of Harry Potter, and with like a single split between the ribs, this dog slicer goes in to his heart. Making a perception check.
Well, as he's taking an action to slice open Ferenz, I am going to leap out, and it is Avada Kedavra, and I'll cast Chill Touch on it.
Okay.
23 to hit.
What's your armor class?
You what?
What's your armor class?
11.
11. Okay, so even if I was using your armor class, its shield doesn't work. But yeah, it hits.
And max damage, 8 damage.
8 damage, okay. What's your hit points?
My hit points left.
No, total. 27. Well, half that. So that's going to be 27 down to half. It's going to be 12, 13 hit points. So what did you do?
I did 8 damage.
8 damage. It looks at you. Ooh, now. What would you use?
I would use, if I had spell slots, I'd use the fire rays again.
Okay.
He needs to mark off a spell slot for shield.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. And I'm just using your character as a basis for this as the boss fight. First one, 8. Second one. Oh, sorry, what's your plus to hit?
10.
12.
It's because I've got a wand.
Oh, okay. He wouldn't have a wand, so we'll probably go down a little bit less then.
So he's got a +7 to hit. If you're going off my stats.
That's a 9 to hit.
Misses.
4 plus 9? No, 4 plus 7 is a
11.
11. Does that hit?
That hits.
Okay. And the last one. 2 plus 7 for a 9.
That hits.
What's the damage on this?
2d6.
5 points of fire damage.
I've got a few hit points left.
It's your go. As it like looks at you like it's like thrown this like magic at you, and then it's just like laughing like. The Geeky, what has happened? All the weird HP fanfiction is going to be so different. They're going to be furious. We went into the forest to fight against some goblins, and Ferenzi is dead. The centaur was his
another max damage though. That's 8 damage.
8 damage. How do you want to kill this goblin?
It is literally. I'll summon the energy. Look out! Frenzy's dead. No one else can see me. And it's.
With a splash of green as the goblin lies limp. And what you hear, and you feel like the presence changed, like there was something else to this. Like bugbears were listening to this goblin, and other beasts were listening to this goblin. And with this, like, death, the air around changes. And you can hear them all, like, screaming and shouting, and, like, you would know that they're all beginning to run off into the distance. And then apparating in front of you is a familiar figure. A young man. Dark hair. Cold eyes. Wears robes of black and green. And proudly dons a head boy badge.
My lord.
It was Clifford, wasn't it?
Clifford.
Time is up, by the way.
Time's up.
Yeah. Was it Clifford? Was your name Clifford?
Yeah. Clifford.
Ah, Clifford. I see you have passed my little test. You will be one of the first of the Death Eaters. And he waves his hand across your face, and a metal mask begins to appear as your robes just become smoke, and then all of a sudden, like, billow out and down. Your hat becomes more pointed, and you are left with a skull vision across your head. Hold out your arm.
I proudly hold out my arm.
And he takes his wand, this bony, finger-like wand, and touches it, and it burns as the dark mark, a snake writhing out of a skull, begins to imprint onto your arm. And that's where we'll end.
Hooray!
Death Eater Clifford has been made, and there's a dead centaur. We've changed the timeline. We had some fun. Richard, how did you do on the paintwork? Because I was distracted by trying to add in Harry Potter D&D, so I've definitely not completed tabletop ready in an hour. How are you doing?
I am roughly, very, very roughly tabletop ready.
Let's see it. Oh, dude, I'm going to see if I can get you onto the big screen. Oh, God, let's go. That's going to do me. How does StreamYard work? And then we're going to go to you.
That's you.
Yeah, oh yeah, it is. There we go. Dude, that's looking awesome. I think for a rough tabletop ready, that's sick. I like that it's rearing up. That's very, very cool.
I do like this one.
Yeah, that is pretty awesome. Let's have a quick look at mine, but it's not very good. Well, it's going to be good. I'm going to spend loads of time doing it now. I only managed to get a little bit of the yellow on there for the bases of the leather for certain areas. The skin work is only on its very base layer. Yeah, I really didn't get much done at all. But I really, really do like these miniatures, and I think they are really, really good. So yeah, thank you so much for getting these out to us.
I'm going to take a picture of this at the 1 hour mark, and then I'm going to finish it off still with army paints.
From the Army Painter?
From Army Painter, the Army Paint speed paint range from Army Painter.
You know what? I really like the Army Paint speed paint range and the water paint range and the new Fanatics range and also the airbrush range from the Army Painter. I think they're fantastic. And that's
amazing. And look, the airbrush range is right here.
Oh man, see, I really like that setup. I think it's really awesome. But thank you so much for everybody who tuned into this absolute chaos of a show that tech issues from the very start and just, sticking with us throughout, no music for the immersion and stuff like that. And I'll try and get this edited and have, a few extra bits before it goes up on YouTube because that's, let's learn some video editing while we're at it.
And before we go...
You cut out there and I didn't hear
you. That was the lag then kicking in. And before we go, it was a case we wanted to announce the first.
Oh
no!
We're back. Oh no! It's happening. The goblins are in the system.
I'm back moving for me.
Okay, who dropped out? Twitch is. Am I the one that dropped out, or is Richard the one that dropped out, or did we both drop out?
I can hear you. Am I back?
Richard dropped out, apparently. Try that.
I'm back in, as far as I'm concerned. I can hear you and see you.
Go for it.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go for it.
Right, okay. Let's try again. The WP3D battle boxes are now live.
They're awesome. They're so fucking good.
It is the first wave, as it were. So basically, it is the campsite battle. All the boxes come with everything you need for a campsite. So tents, you've even got a pack horse, logs to sit on, campfire, and you've got multiple choices of creatures to attack said camp. All you need bring is your players. And it's
the battle boxes. Richard sent me a list of what was in them before, and they're so fucking good. And it's like, for me, when I first began dungeon mastering for D&D, what I really liked was I had a 3D printer and I specifically got one because I was like, oh, okay, well, I need this for next week, so I'll go do it. But actually having something like Richard's battle boxes around, I probably would never have picked up that hobby, and I'd have been like, you know what, I'm just going to go straight to getting one of the battle boxes because it's everything I need in there. And yeah, please go check them out because they're fucking awesome.
They will, but as they slowly release, they will be becoming bigger and bigger. So you will get basic ones, models, a little bit of this, but you are also going to be able to get full-blown dungeon section as well with all the blocks you need, everything to change the layout and how you want. So there will be price tiers for them.
Dragon Skull says, are you painting them, Richard?
I would like to be able to offer them. But the problem is, it's time, but it also the price changes greatly then.
Yes. Yeah, exactly that. Maybe in time. Maybe when Warrior Prince 3D has a larger stock of people to work for them, their own goblins to work in the back offices. But if you do...
I might better do a bit more then. And until then, I'm just going to stick with painting the occasional statue.
Yes. And are those battle boxes going to be on Etsy, Richard?
The battle boxes, so the campsite battle box are now live on Etsy. All the different versions over at Warrior Prince 3D Etsy store.
And maybe people who don't know and didn't catch Monday's stream, or their upcoming streams where this is a permanent code. You can use code, all one word, to the stars to get 10% off Richard's store. So go check it out. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. We're going to go offline and chat about how stressful issues were. And then, I'll try and get a decent video up online for YouTube with music on it and whatnot. But yeah, thank you so much. We'll see you next Thursday for the Chimera.
Chimera?
Yeah. What I would say, Richard, is we probably need to make a call on Discord before then and work out what the fuck is going on, or sort this out and try and get it looking good. Oh, look at that Chimera. So that we're ready to go for next week, because that's quite a big monster. Yeah, that's a CR6. But yeah, I'm pretty sure fine here next week. I'm going to double check because at the weekend after next week, we're at Dragon Week.
Oh yeah, we've got Is it a week or 2 weeks away?
So it's not this weekend coming, but the one after. So after next week's show.
I still need to buy my ticket.
Go buy your ticket. We'll see you there, guys. Thank you so much. We'll be back next week, and then the week after, and then the week after. We'll probably even do this through Christmas, knowing Richard and I. But gives you some things to look out for over Christmas. Guy, everyone, take it easy. May the dice gods be ever in your favor. See you around.